Hi guys, in this video we are going to learn how to do user authentication from Node.js. We'll be creating a small website which allows a user to create an account, log in, and then log out. To keep this simple and short, I'll be using a library called sweet-auth, which is quite lightweight and almost configuration free. So fire up your code editor, whatever it is. Here I use Visual Studio Code. Let me first create a folder. We'll call it public HTML, and let's create another one, call it private HTML. So we put everything that everybody can see inside this public HTML folder, and we put things that only our members or the users can see inside the private HTML folder. First of all, we need to create the structure of our website, so we'll be creating some bunch of HTML files. Let's begin with the index.html. We'll have the basic HTML structure here. Alright. So this website we are going to create, let's say it's for cat lovers. Let's put a heading saying that. Cat lovers community. Alright, cool. Next, we're going to need to have some links to the other pages. We'll need like 4 links, I guess. Okay, the first one is for the home page, which is the current page, and the second one to create a user. Let's call it create account. Okay, the next one is login, and finally logout. Hopefully this will be sufficient for us. Let's see how it looks like. First, let's open the preview. Alright, it's not the greatest looking site, but it's quite good for our work. Since this is our landing page, we need to tell our user that you have to log in, and if you log in, you get to see members only content. Let me add a quick header for that. Please log in to see exciting stuff. Let's keep this aside for a while and move on to creating the create account page. Let's add a new HTML inside public HTML. Let's call it create account.html. We'll be copying the same content inside the index file to the create account page. Okay. Let's change this to create account. Okay. Then we'll add a form, so user can give his email and his password, which will be sufficient to sign up. Okay, you can type stuff here. Good. Also add our submit button. Alright, make sure that you fill in the name attribute of each text box, otherwise your server won't be able to read the values. Okay, we are done with the sign up page. Let's move on to login page. I'll create another file and call it login.html, and let's copy everything we wrote in create account inside login HTML. Here we need to change this to login. Alright, we're done with that. Let me create a new file inside private HTML folder. I'll call it index, just like before. Now this is the index which people who logged in can see, and this will be the content that people who have not logged in will see. Let's copy the same content to our empty index.html. Assuming that this page is for logged in users, we'll have to remove this and say, for example, thank you for logging in. And we'll have to add our exciting stuff. Hopefully I don't have any, but I have an image. So you log in and you get bitten by a cat. Okay. Now we are done with the front end, so we'll be moving to backend Node.js programming. Let me open the terminal. We'll make this a Node.js project by npm init. So the package name is demo, okay, fine. Version is fine. Description, cat lovers site, something like that. The entry point is index.js. We haven't created it yet. Leave these as they are. Put your name here, and yeah, hopefully we are done. Let's type yes. Now we have our package.json with the content we provided. Now we'll create a file that fires up the node server. I'll call this main.js instead of index.js, so you guys don't get confused. At this point, we'll need two dependencies inside our project. Go to your terminal and type npm i express space sweet-auth. Hopefully it will download all the packages that we need. Alright, we have the node modules folder here. We are good to go. First, we need to import the dependencies we installed earlier. The first one is express. The other one is sweet-auth. Alright, let me create the Express server app. Now we need to tell the Express server app what to do when our user reaches the home page or the root of our website. That's done with app.get, since it's a GET request. And here's our root of the website. We put an event handler. It has a request object and a response object. Now basically here we send the index file to our user through the response object. And here's the path for our index file. Alright. Finally, we need to launch our app server by listening to a port, which is 80 in this case. So let's see the code we wrote here works. Go to your terminal and type node main.js. So if it doesn't throw an error at your face, we are good. Open your web browser and go to localhost. Alright, here we see our home page. We still can't log in, we still can't create accounts, so up next we'll be creating accounts. Alright, I'm going to copy this code over here and make a duplicate. And change this to sign up. And when the user reaches the specific sign up page, we'll be sending create account.html. Close the server and run it again. Right, let's see if we can access the sign up page. So it's localhost/signup. Alright, we have our sign up page here. Let's copy and paste this code again. And this time I'll add API before sign up. And we'll remove this line. Actually, I want my sign up form to send the email and the password over this URL right here. So let's copy this and go to our create account HTML and find the form section right here. So action is API/signup. This way we'll be getting the email and the password to this event handler. Let me capture the email and the password like this. Let's add a console log. So we'll be seeing if we actually get these two when the user submits the form. Kill your node server and start it again. Go back to your browser, type something, probably Bob, and password 123, click submit, go back to your node server, here we go. We have the email and the password. Now what we need to do is to use these two pieces of information and create an actual account. This is where SweetAuth comes into the play. We already included SweetAuth here. Now we're going to tell our Express server that we are going to use SweetAuth authentication. So it's simply done with app.use SweetAuth. Alright, cool. Now we can create an actual account. So that's done by accessing the request object, then the user, and finally call the create method. Pass in your email and the password. Rerun your Node server. Open up your web browser. And let's provide some little more accurate information like bob@gmail.com for the email and 4-digit password. Alright, click submit and go back to your backend. It looks like nothing has happened, but actually something has happened. Notice your directory structure and there's a new folder called SweetAuth. Under SweetAuth, you have Bob and Bob's hash password. It's not the actual password we have given, but it's the hashed password. So that verifies our account has been successfully created. But it's always good to handle errors. So when you call the create method, it will give you a promise which will help you to handle errors. So let's use the promise. So the first one is the success callback. The second one is the failure callback. Alright, so if the account creation is successful, we need to tell that to our user. And if it failed, we'll be getting an error object and we'll be sending that error to the browser. I'll send the error message to be more clean. Alright, restart your Node server again. Go to your web browser. Let's remove this and let's give a 1-letter password. Let's try to submit and it says email address is invalid. Alright, let's provide the previous email address again and summon another password. And it says user account already exists since we already created the account. Let's see how creating an account without a password would go. Alright, it says password must have at least 4 characters. So we have successfully implemented account creation process. For the record, I advise you to use post method instead of get, which is more secure. But I'll stick with get for this tutorial. Next, let's implement the login method. So I'm going to copy this code, duplicate it here, rename this to login, and we'll be sending the login HTML. Restart your Node server, go to your web browser and see if you get the login form. Alright, cool, we get the login form. Go back to your code. Login code is quite similar to sign up code, so I'm going to copy this and paste it here. We'll be getting the email and the password. The API URL will be login. Go back to your login HTML, find your form, add API/login to action. Now we'll be getting the email and the password from the login form. And instead of user.create, it will be user.authenticate. And we'll be passing the email and the password. If the authentication is successful, we're going to tell our user it's successful. And if it's not, we'll be sending the error message. So let's test this login functionality. Close your Node server, start it again. Go to your browser, refresh the page. The email is bob@gmail.com. And the password, I'll be giving an incorrect password just to see if this works. Alright, it says incorrect password, whatever I typed in right there. This time let's give the correct password. Okay, it says login successful. Finally, we need to let our user access that private page, the page which has exciting stuff. So the logic is, if you go to the home page of the website, if you are logged in, then you will be seeing the exciting stuff, the user-only stuff. If not, you will be asked to log in. So we have already handled the home page over here. Here we just need to tell send the public index file to those who have not logged in, and to send the private index file to those who have logged in. So that's done like this. If request.user is authorized, then send the private HTML file. If not, send the public file. Let's paste the same thing here and change this to private. Restart your Node server. Go to your browser. Go to localhost. We have logged in, so you'll be seeing the exciting stuff. Let's implement the logout function as well. Duplicate this piece of code. Change the API URL to logout. You're not going to need these two information. We'll just say de-authenticate. And if the authentication is successful, we'll be redirecting the user to the home page. That's it. Go to your private index file and locate the logout link. Let's make this a link. When we click this link, we'll be calling the Logout API. Let's put it to test. Restart your Node server. Go to your browser. Refresh the home page. And here you see the logout link. Click that. And you are logged out. Pretty exciting, and it's simple as that. Before finishing up, let's get these links corrected. Go back to your code and let's make all these links. This goes to sign up form, and this goes to login form. Alright, I guess we are done. Let's copy this into each HTML page. Restart your Node server. Go to your browser, refresh the page, log in. So it's bob@gmail.com and the password is 1234. Okay, login successful. Go back to your home page. We see the user only content. Let's refresh the page. We are still logged in. Let's go to the same site with a different browser. Here we don't see the kicking tag since we haven't logged in with this browser. So till you log out, your login is valid for 3 days. I can show you this by adjusting the date of my computer. Today is 18 and let's go to like 22nd. Alright, if you refresh the page, you are logged out. That's pretty much it for the tutorial, guys. If you need more information on SweetAuth, just go to the SweetAuth npm repository. Here you have the API and some bunch of examples which will help you to get authentication into your web app. Alright, have fun, peace out.